I'm Theron Ramacharaka. In this video, I'm going to stick my neck way out. This is dead serious. I'm not going to offer proof for what I'm saying. The proof is available. Significant evidence is available. If you want to look for it, do your homework. You can do some of that homework right here on my channel. It's available. The evidence is available. Significant evidence is available here. But some people, when they look at my channel, I think, may ignore things that I repost from other channels and just look at my work. So I'm going to just say it right here. This is one of my videos. If you're only looking at my videos, you'll get it here, right here in this one. But look through the other stuff then if you want supporting material for what I'm going to say. I'm hesitating here because I know I'm sticking my neck way out. On this planet, at least, there is a phenomenon occurring and has been occurring for quite a long time that is abhorrent. It's worldwide. It's not just the United States or just Europe or just some particular country. This is a phenomenon that involves secret societies, Satanism, and pedophilia. Those three things are so connected that they may be seen as a set. Our world's elite, the rich and famous, many more political figures than we dare, most of us at first, when coming upon this information, dare to even acknowledge may be involved, are involved, as well as royal families. Royal families, political leaders, political decision makers, lawmakers, and the rich and the famous may, to a significant extent, be discovered and have been discovered and are known to be involved in this set of affairs. The focus here is on pedophilia. Now, I don't just mean fondling little kids. I'm talking about involved in the abduction, the disappearances from society of children, and their uses for various reasons, toward various ends at the same time. In satanic ritual abuse, sexual violation beyond most people's imagination, mutilation, dismemberment, cannibalism, and slaughter. Not all end up in slaughter, though, because there are various reasons for this going on, all of this going on. Much of it has to do with control, mind control over the victims, and other people made victims also of mind control, such as other people in this set of people that I have named, such as certain lawmakers using this whole phenomena to control other lawmakers, and so on. MK Ultra is a mind control system rampant around the planet. It is a trauma-based, a sexual trauma-based mind control method, and it involves children, many children, at a wholesale scale, industrial grade, going on. It is huge. It is rampant. It is pervasive. It is beyond most humans' conceptions of what is abhorrent. It is carried out widespread, large-scale, industrial grade. You might not want to hear this. I'm going to throw out some names. Dick Cheney, Father Bush, Bill Clinton, and on, the royal family of England, and so on. They are all connected in this. A true realization of the scale of this and its depths, its breadth and its depth would oust all of them from power, one way or another. It is beyond sick. It is beyond extreme. It is beyond repugnant. It is beyond repulsive. If you have trouble wrapping your mind around it, then stop trying to wrap your mind around it by using your own mind as a point of comparison in trying to comprehend the mind of the people I'm talking about. Forget even thinking of them as people, at least to try to get your mind around this. Think instead in terms of, maybe as a starting point, a predator. If you are having trouble considering the extent of abhorrence to which I allude, then stop thinking of it as abhorrent to them. With respect to them, would you call what a lion does or a house cat does with a mouse, or what a lion does with its prey, would you call that despicable? From our point of view, tearing apart an animal and eating it is horrid, perhaps. Hopefully. Although it is a little difficult for the mainstream of all humanity to even, get a grip on that, because the mainstream of humanity does eat animals' body parts that are ripped apart and just neatly packaged. So we're already involved in the same kind of thing, really. So it might be a little bit of a stretch to get to the abhorrence of the thing. But if we think of it in terms of the possibility of our own children being treated that way, well then. And then suddenly we realize, I can't quite grasp all that. Okay, you got to a point of getting to the abhorrence of it, and then it becomes suddenly a little too much. So put aside the idea of the abhorrence and think about a predator to really grasp the full impact of this or get even close to it. Compare for a moment, just to get started into it. One of these so-called people with a predator. Think of the predator's point of view. Are they engaging in something abhorrent? Is the lion engaging in something abhorrent from the lion's point of view? No, it's doing what it does. And to take that one step further, I just recently saw a video of a cute little kitten, a domestic cat, which is still a predator, okay, coming face to face with a reptile. I don't know what kind of reptile it was. Perhaps it was a chameleon, a large chameleon. I couldn't tell. The video was not up close, but you know, it was off at a distance, like from the end of a living room, down at kind of almost floor level. And this little kitten was facing a reptile that was about the same size as the kitten, except the tail was longer. And the kitten was kind of lively and cute. The reptile showed no sign of very much cuteness. The kitten showed emotional response. It was harder to detect such a thing with the reptile. The reptile being further away from most people's, I think, identification with at a mental level. Now, of course, many people who are cat owners, while they feel a mental connection with their pet, sometimes will say to themselves, I cannot imagine what is the real mind working of this animal that I have in my house. It is so different than mine. My God. And yet we feel a connection. You know, again, to repeat, while acknowledging that the mental landscape of this little domestic predator in our house is quite different than our own. Well, what I noticed in that video that I'm talking about, where the cat came into physical proximity within inches of this reptile, reptiles being another example of predator, okay? The connection with the cat, from a human point of view, is somewhat there, but still, one has to acknowledge, I can't really figure that out, you know, that mental landscape. The predator was even further away. The predator didn't even really, the reptile was even at a further distance away in like connection with our own mental landscape. That extent of far away is what I'm trying to get at here when we're trying to think of the mental landscape of the set of people, if we want to call them people. You see why I'm saying that? That I'm referring to. If we're trying to figure out how in the world such people could engage in these behaviors. We try to get our minds wrapped around it. Stop using your own mind as a point of comparison, because that won't help. Give it up. Looking at a reptile, if we want to even fathom the mental landscape of the reptile, we can kind of get a little closer to that understanding, to that comprehension, if we give up trying to compare it with our own. Do you see what I'm getting at here? Now, just because Dick Cheney or George Bush or the Queen of England might look human, doesn't mean that we should try to evaluate the stuff I'm talking about with respect to them. From our own point of view, we'll just get stuck. Like, no, that can't be right. I can't fathom that. That can't be right, one might conclude. Well, stop trying to figure them out from a human, as though they are actual human beings. if in fact you are a human being. Now, consider, furthermore, that they are parasites on humanity. Parasites. Parasites. Think of a tapeworm feeding off your body, feeding off your energy in a vampiristic manner. Hiding there, just sucking everything out of you, kind of in the dark. Think of that also. Does the parasite feel that it's going about something in a wrong manner? No, it's just doing what it does. It's living off you. Does it really have any concern over your welfare from your point of view? No. Does the predators? No. Its only interest in you is that you are its prey, that it can use you for its ends, and that it can feed off you. That you are there to the extent that it can acquire what it needs from you at those levels. Other than that, your welfare is not in its interests whatsoever. Not at all. Perhaps at this point in this video, you're getting a little feel for the mental landscape of the so-called people I'm talking about. And these are your rulers. These are our government people. These are our lawmakers. These are the people supposedly looking out for our welfare. Get over it. These are the lineages of royalty. These are the people we look to for entertainment, as role models perhaps even. We vote for them. If we live in a voting society, we entrust them. Come to awareness, please, that these are the people who own media, mainstream media, education, entertainment, religion, and so on. All of the socializing institutions that we grow up with. There is nothing that should be considered out of range of what they'll do. If you think it's horrible that the guy down the street likes to look at dirty pictures of teenagers under the age of 18, well, consider what I'm talking about and how extreme and abhorrent and twisted it is. That it should exist like it does, like what I'm saying, worldwide. Not just some group over there in the Middle East called whatever you call them, ISIS. No, not just that. Not just here, not just there, not just some little pocket, not just some little segment. No. No. Worldwide, at the upper levels of our society, of our planetary society. This is what is going on. This activity is one of the primary rudimentary tools of governing and control. If you don't believe me, do your homework. I'm offering no evidence or proof here in this video, but I am sticking my neck way the hell out. So please don't take it lightly. These people delight in it. They revel in it. And they do it with purpose. Purpose says many purposes. And they are thoroughgoing in carrying them out. If we want to call them people at all. Mind control. Who is controlling yours? What is controlling yours? What is happening to our children? Between a rational state of mind that we would consider rational and the extreme that I'm talking about is every degree in between. So there's much more than what I just said. If you think that there is not mind control going on in your life from outside influences, you need to think again. If you think that, oh no, the guy I voted for in government wouldn't do that. Then perhaps your mind is a bit under control from outside influences. Just do your homework. I'm Theron Ramacharaka, and I've stuck my neck out today.